1. Chelsea vs Fluminense, FIFA Club World Cup 2025 Semifinal Preview. 2. Enzo Maresca on Chelsea vs Fluminense, Madueke transfer, and Joao Pedro Club World Cup. 3. Chelsea's Club World Cup semi-final ticket prices plummet. 4. FIFA reduces ticket prices for Club World Cup semi-final to $13. 1. Chelsea vs Fluminense, FIFA Club World Cup 2025 semi-final preview. *** excitement is in the air as Chelsea prepares to clash with Fluminense in the FIFA Club World Cup semifinals. *** This highly anticipated match is set to take place on Tuesday, July 8, 2025, at the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, USA, kicking off at 3 p.m. local time, 7 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Fans can catch all the pre-match excitement on Al Jazeera Sport starting at noon, 4 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, before the live text commentary begins. Chelsea is eager to secure their place in the final of the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup, CWC, by overcoming Brazil's Fluminense in this crucial semifinal. The Blues are on a quest to become the first team to win the CWC twice, but they face a significant challenge against the formidable Rio de Janeiro club, which remains unbeaten in the tournament. ###How did Chelsea make it to the semifinals? Chelsea's journey to the semifinals saw them finish second in Group D, trailing behind another Brazilian powerhouse, Flamengo. The London club kicked off their campaign with a 2-1 victory over Los Angeles FC, but then faced a setback with a 3-1 defeat against Flamengo. However, they bounced back by defeating Esperance de Tunis 3-0, securing their spot in the knockout stage. In the round of 16, Enzo Maresca's team faced Benfica, the winners of Group C, and triumphed with a 4-1 victory after extra time. The Blues then faced another Brazilian side in the quarterfinals, edging past Palmeiras with a 2-1 win to reach the Final Four. ###. How did Fluminense reach the semifinals? Fluminense earned their place in the CWC by winning the 2023 Copa Libertadores. They remained unbeaten in Group F, finishing second to Borussia Dortmund with 1 win and 2 draws. Their tournament began with a goalless draw against Dortmund, followed by a 4-2 victory over South Korea's Ulsan HD. They concluded their group stage with another 0-0 draw against Mamelodi Sundowns from South Africa. In the knockout rounds, Fluminense pulled off a stunning upset against Inter Milan, winning 2-0 in Charlotte. They continued their impressive run by defeating Saudi club Al Hilal 2-1 in the quarterfinals, securing their place in the semifinal against Chelsea. ###. Did Fluminense captain Thiago Silva play for Chelsea? Thiago Silva, the inspirational 40-year-old captain of Fluminense, is widely regarded as one of the greatest defenders in football history. He previously captained Chelsea, where he made over 150 appearances from 2020 to 2024. Silva was a beloved figure at Stamford Bridge, helping the club secure 3 major trophies, including the UEFA Champions League, UEFA Super Cup, and FIFA Club World Cup. He is expected to start against his former team. ###. Head-to-head. This match marks the first competitive encounter between Fluminense and Chelsea. ###. When did Chelsea last win the FIFA Club World Cup? Chelsea claimed their first CWC title in 2021 during the tournament held in the United Arab Emirates. They won the final 2-1 against Palmeiras at the Mohammed bin Zayed Stadium in Abu Dhabi. Originally scheduled for late 2021 in Japan, the tournament was postponed to February 2022 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. ###. Is this Fluminense's first CWC appearance? Fluminense made their debut in the Club World Cup during the 2023 tournament in Saudi Arabia, where they reached the final in Jeddah, but were defeated by Manchester City 4-0. Team news, Chelsea. Chelsea will be missing Levi Colwill and Liam Delap, both of whom received their second yellow cards of the tournament during the quarter-final against Palmeiras. However, Moses Caicedo will return to the squad after serving his suspension. On the injury front, Romeo Lavia and Reece James are both doubtful for Tuesday's match after being held back against Palmeiras, while Omari Kellyman is unavailable for selection. Team news, Fluminense. Fluminense will be without Juan Pablo Freitas and Matheus Martinelli, who scored the decisive goal against Al Hilal in the quarter-final, as both received their second yellow cards in that match. Key defender René returns from suspension and is expected to reclaim his spot in the starting lineup, potentially pushing Gabriel Fuentes into a more attacking midfield role against Chelsea. John Arias is anticipated to lead Fluminense attack once again. Central midfielder Otavio is out for the season due to an Achilles tendon injury sustained in May. Possible lineups. Chelsea Sanchez, Gusto, Dawson, Chalobah, Cucurella, Fernandes, Caicedo, Neto, Palmer, Nkunku, Pedro. Fluminense Fabio, Ignacio, Silva, René, Xavier, Hercules, Bernal, Nonato, Fuentes, Arias, Cano. What the coaches had to say. Chelsea's coach Enzo Maresca commented, "I have observed several matches that Fluminense has played, and they are exceptionally well organized with some outstanding players. Their manager, Renato Gaucho, is doing a remarkable job. The energy from the Brazilian team in this competition has been impressive, likely because they are just starting their season while we are concluding ours. This difference in energy is something we need to manage effectively." Renato Gaucho, who has led Fluminense to remarkable victories over Champions League runners-up Inter Milan and Al Hilal, expressed his pride in his team's achievements. "This is another step forward, thanks to everyone's hard work. Competing in the Club World Cup is a rare opportunity, and we don't know when we will get the chance again. I dedicate this qualification to our fans, and I can only imagine the incredible atmosphere in Rio de Janeiro, just as it was here in the stadium. It was a well-deserved victory. But here's where it gets controversial. Will Chelsea's experience in high-stakes matches give them the edge? Or can Fluminense's youthful energy and determination lead them to an upset? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments. 2. Enzo Maresca on Chelsea vs Fluminense, Madueke transfer, and Joao Pedro Club World Cup. Chelsea's Club World Cup ambitions hang in the balance, as manager Enzo Maresca delivered a revealing press conference that exposed tactical philosophies and simmering tensions. But here's the controversial part. His rejection of traditional striker dependency could fundamentally reshape Chelsea's attacking identity. Let's unpack every explosive detail from this high-stakes briefing ahead of their semifinal clash with Fluminense. Team selection faced significant hurdles with Levi Colwill and Liam Delap sidelined. Maresca remained characteristically pragmatic about these absences. "We found solutions before, we'll find them again." His confidence extended to new signings Joao Pedro and Nicolas Jackson, both declared match-ready despite Jackson's recent disciplinary struggles. The return of Moses Caicedo sparked visible relief, with Maresca labeling him one of our season's most crucial players, a statement that raises eyebrows given Chelsea's star-studded roster. Tactically, Maresca dropped a bombshell about Chelsea's famed number 9 legacy. "I'd rather have 5 players scoring 12 goals than one scoring 40. This radical philosophy directly challenges football's striker-centric traditions. When pressed about Thiago Silva's iconic status, the response was icy, "No, I'm happy with my players." Could this dismissal of club legends alienate the Stamford Bridge faithful? Environmental factors loom large. The MetLife Stadium's afternoon heat and humidity prompted questions about scheduling fairness, especially against Brazilian opponents accustomed to warmer climates. Maresca's terse will adapt masked deeper concerns about player welfare in demanding conditions. Meanwhile, Fluminense experience presents another layer of complexity. Maresca conceded their squad's veteran advantage, but fired back. Youthful energy has carried us through tougher Premier League tests. Is this confidence justified against South America's champions? The Noni Madueke transfer saga took an unexpected turn. Maresca acknowledged human difficulties amid speculation, but staunchly defended the winger's focus after his impactful substitute appearance against Palmeiras. This delicate balance between player welfare and performance begs the question: should clubs better shield young talents from transfer turbulence? Set-piece innovation emerged as a bright spot. Coach Bernardo Cueva's influence has transformed dead-ball situations into a genuine attacking alternative, though Maresca remained characteristically reserved about specifics. For a manager obsessed with possession football, this development reveals intriguing tactical flexibility. Perhaps most telling was Maresca's assessment of the tournament's significance. While acknowledging the Club World Cup's prestige, his observation about European teams' exhausting schedules, 63 games versus Fluminense, fresh legs, subtly questioned FIFA's scheduling priorities. When directly asked if victory equaled Champions League glory, "I can't say, it's the first edition." So where does this leave Chelsea? Maresca's rejection of favourites status feels like psychological gamesmanship. His possession-focused blueprint faces its ultimate test against Fluminense's vibrant South American style. But the real controversy lies in his striker philosophy. Is distributing goals across multiple attackers truly viable at elite level? What's your take? Revolutionary vision or reckless idealism? 3. Chelsea's Club World Cup semi-final ticket prices plummet. The world of football is abuzz with debate over the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup, and for good reason. While the tournament was designed to be a global spectacle, its reception has been far from smooth sailing. One burning question has taken center stage. Why have ticket prices for Chelsea's semi-final clash against Fluminense plummeted so dramatically? And here's where things get even more intriguing. What does this mean for the future of major football tournaments? Let's dive into the details and unpack the story behind the slashed prices, the factors driving this trend, and why it matters more than you might think. This isn't just about one match. It's a reflection of broader issues that could shape how fans experience the sport in years to come. To understand the situation, we first need to consider the mounting concerns surrounding the competition itself. Many fans and pundits alike have voiced frustration over how the FIFA Club World Cup has further crammed an already overstuffed football calendar. With clubs juggling domestic leagues, continental competitions, and international duties, fatigue among players, and apathy among supporters, is at an all-time high. The result? Stadiums across the United States hosting the tournament have seen alarmingly low attendances, sparking heated discussions about the viability of such an event. And this is where it gets interesting. The lackluster interest in the tournament has had a direct impact on ticket sales, particularly for Chelsea's semi-final showdown with Brazilian side Fluminense. Just a few days ago, on July 2nd, tickets for this highly anticipated match were priced at a staggering $473, £346, for the cheapest standard admission option. To put that into perspective, that amount exceeds the cost of the most affordable Premier League season ticket for West Ham United during the 2024-25 campaign. For casual fans, this was simply out of reach. Fast forward to today, and the picture looks drastically different. Prices have nosedived to as low as $13.40, £9.81, representing a jaw-dropping 97.2% drop within just 3 days. A combination of factors has contributed to this collapse in value. For starters, the match takes place at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey on a Tuesday afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, making it inconvenient for many potential attendees who work or have other commitments. Additionally, the overall buzz around the tournament has been lukewarm at best, leading to a severe lack of demand. But here's the part most people miss. What happens to those who purchase tickets at the original inflated prices? Will they receive refunds? Or are they stuck paying hundreds of dollars for seats now worth less than a cup of coffee? FIFA has remained tight-lipped on this issue, leaving many fans feeling shortchanged and frustrated. Meanwhile, the other semifinal between Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid tells a slightly different story. Tickets for that marquee matchup remain relatively expensive, starting at $195.15, £142.91, as of Sunday afternoon. However, given the dynamic pricing model implemented by FIFA in partnership with Ticketmaster, there's a chance these prices could also tumble closer to kickoff if demand doesn't meet expectations. This unpredictable pricing structure has left supporters scratching their heads. Should they buy early and risk overpaying, or wait until the last minute and gamble on availability? Dynamic pricing, while common in industries like airlines and entertainment, is still relatively new in the realm of football. It allows organizers to adjust ticket costs based on real-time demand, theoretically ensuring venues are filled and revenue streams remain healthy. But when applied to a tournament struggling to capture public imagination, it can lead to chaotic fluctuations that alienate fans rather than attract them. This brings us back to the bigger issue at hand: attendance figures. During the group stages of the Club World Cup, the average turnout hovered just above 35,000 spectators per game. While some venues managed to fill nearly all their seats, others resembled ghost towns, with rows upon rows of empty chairs glaring back at cameras. In response, FIFA attempted to boost numbers by lowering ticket prices for less glamorous fixtures, a strategy that may have succeeded in getting bodies through the gates, but came at significant financial cost. For instance, both Chelsea's quarter-final victory over Palmeiras and Fluminense thrilling encounter with Al Hilal last Friday were available to watch live for a mere $11, £8.06. This drastic reduction undoubtedly helped increase viewership, but at what expense? Could such measures set a dangerous precedent for future tournaments, where organizers prioritize quantity over quality? So, what do you think? Is FIFA's approach to the Club World Cup a bold experiment destined to revolutionize how we consume football, or a misstep that risks alienating loyal fans? Should tournaments continue to tinker with pricing models to adapt to shifting market conditions, or is it time to rethink the entire format altogether? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. 4. FIFA reduces ticket prices for Club World Cup semifinal to $13. Major price drop alert. Tickets for the FIFA Club World Cup semifinal plunging from $473 to a mere $13 in just 3 days. But here's where it gets controversial. FIFA recently slashed standard admission prices for Tuesday's Chelsea vs Fluminense semifinal at MetLife Stadium to $13.40 on Saturday. Astonishingly, earlier in the week, those same seats were going for $473.90. This change reflects FIFA's ongoing effort to fill the stands and prove that an expanded Club World Cup can draw crowds, as President Gianni Infantino strives to wow clubs, broadcasters, and sponsors for future editions. If you need perspective on how cheap that is, consider this. A cheesesteak at MetLife costs around $15, and a beer goes for $14. so a fan can now get into the semifinal for less than the price of stadium snacks. Not only that, but seats usually considered premium in the lower ring have also tumbled to $44.60 for the Chelsea-Fluminense match. Volunteers, meanwhile, were offered up to 4 free tickets for all quarterfinals, except Real Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund, just days before those matches. Interestingly, volunteers say this perk wasn't pre-planned in their original instructions. Some volunteers were asked not to wear their uniforms while attending the games, perhaps to avoid confusion among paying spectators, or to project the impression of a typical fan. When asked about this, FIFA did not respond to whether that request was to make the volunteers appear to be regular ticket buyers. FIFA has embraced a dynamic pricing model for ticket sales, partnering with Ticketmaster to adjust prices, and in many cases slash them, depending on demand and availability. For instance, the first semifinal at MetLife started out at $473.90 on Wednesday, dropped to $44.60 by Friday afternoon, fell to $27.90 on Saturday mid-morning, and then bottomed out at $13.40 by early afternoon. In other words, someone who waited to buy these tickets on Saturday would pay just 2.8% of the price announced 3 days prior. One thorny question arises: what about fans who committed earlier and paid 35 times more to see their team? FIFA has not indicated any sort of rebate, nor have they addressed whether this pricing approach is fair to early buyers who chose to support their teams and the tournament right away. And this is the part most people miss. So many supporters might feel shortchanged. MetLife Stadium, which is set to host the 2026 World Cup final, will also stage the second semifinal between the winner of Real Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund and the winner of Paris Saint-Germain versus Bayern Munich. Initially, the cheapest admission to that match peaked at $978 on Wednesday, then sank to $199.60 by Saturday, only to jump about $70 to $266.60 after PSG defeated Bayern. It dipped again during that ongoing game, illustrating just how fluid the prices can be. Fans who purchased earlier tickets for hundreds of dollars more might wonder if they should have waited. Such drastic cuts seem to confirm that FIFA's original pricing was over-optimistic for a new competition format. The average group stage attendance hovered around 35,000 per game, with certain matches near sellouts, but many seats left vacant. In response, FIFA has taken steps to boost crowds for the latter stages, a move likely welcomed by anyone seizing the chance to see top-level soccer at much lower prices. For the quarterfinals, ticket prices plummeted to $11 or $44, resulting in noticeably larger attendances. In Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz Stadium, for example, 66,937 spectators turned out for PSG versus Bayern, filling around 89% of the arena. The Chelsea versus Palmeiras match in Philadelphia's Lincoln Financial Field saw approximately 95% of seats occupied, while Fluminense versus Al Hilal in Orlando was about 66% full, demonstrating how more affordable entry contributes to higher turnout. FIFA did worry before the tournament that attendance might be underwhelming. According to prior reports, they spent over $50 million in marketing alone, including heavy social media advertising and influencer campaigns. There was also a push to ensure packed stands at Miami's Hard Rock Stadium for Inter Miami's opener against Al Ahly, with students at a local partner college able to purchase one $20 ticket that then unlocked up to 4 free extras. Even then, Inter Miami tickets fell from $230, the price in May, to $55 in the final week before the tournament, and they were hefty $349 just after the draw in December. Reports also suggest FIFA is eyeing this same dynamic pricing model for next year's World Cup in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. When asked about matters such as volunteer admissions and ticket price fairness, FIFA replied that volunteers deserve such benefits in recognition of their vital role, and that variable ticket prices have been used from the start in alignment with local market customs. They reaffirmed that prices can keep changing based on availability and demand. All told, thousands of fans have now experienced high-stakes soccer for a fraction of the initial cost, while others paid top dollar early on, not anticipating such a dramatic shift. But is FIFA's approach fair? Did they do right by fans who bought early, volunteers who were handed tickets late, and the broader soccer community? Share your thoughts. Are these pricing surprises justified, or a blow to loyal supporters who jumped in first? Your opinion matters, so sound off in the comments.